blow. And the reason I chose this particular topic is because in the legend of Hiram Abiff, that blow was significant in his death. Why the final blow? Why that blow? Uh, what does that blow signify? Um, and it was very interesting because in reading the the the, the legend and going through that process, you are told that in order to receive the magic word, in order to receive that word, it can only be given in the presence of Hiram Abiff, Hiram Atari, and King Solomon. That's what you were told. And so they go out, King Solomon sent these 12 superior fellowcraft. These were not your average fellowcrafts who was going to look for for Hiram Atari. They were not your average fellowcraft. They were special because they were appointed by King Solomon to protect Hiram during his time of meditation and in prayer. It was their job to protect him. However, we know within the legend itself that those 15 conspired. They came together to say, this is what we want. We want this magic word. We want this word so we will be able to be as those Hiram the kings. They wanted that. They wanted that information. So in the process of giving Hiram Abiff that final blow, the weirdest thing happened. When they went out and they searched the body and they captured those 3 ruffians, and the same blows that was given to them was given to Hiram was given to them. Then they go and they find the body of Hiram Atari, and upon his body they find a jewel. The funny thing is that King Solomon says that I'm going to give you a substitute word until the word has been found. Something ain't right with that, because Hiram Atari said to the 3 ruffians as he was being slaughtered and killed and given that final blow, I can't give it to you unless it's in the presence of those other 2 kings. What's going on here? You mean to tell me there's a sacred word and you can't give it to me unless it's in the presence of Hiram Atari and King Solomon and himself? Great. They find his body. They find a jewel upon the body. But King Solomon can't give the password out, so he gives a substitute word. What is it with this final blow? What is the significant part behind this final blow? Because it seems to me, just from reading, somebody didn't pass on the information. Someone kept something for themselves and did not transcend that information. So therefore, when he died and was given that final blow, all information was lost. But that is not true, because Hiram Abiff and Hiram Atari knew the word. So they gave you a substitute word. They gave us a substitute word. Now on your journey through Masonry, you're supposed to find the word which is lost. You're supposed to find that word. And upon finding that word, then you understand why they gave you a substitute word. This is why in Masonry, there's one scripture that doesn't change no matter what jurisdiction you go to. There's one scripture that doesn't change. It's true. Here in America, there are 3 scriptures that is usually open on the Bible or within the Bible. And that composite square is placed in such a way to you can distinguish which degree that you're on. However, I would say this. There's one scripture, no matter where you go in the world, it doesn't change. That is the uniqueness. So in that final blow, you learn a particular lesson. The great equalizer, death, is going to capture each one of us. But when you come up out of your death, when you raise up out of that grave, are you a better person? Or are you still the same person? See, it means something to lose everything and then to turn around and receive a greater awareness of what you lost. But what we do in Freemasonry, when you are given that final blow, most of you who proceed along this journey don't realize what's been given to you. You're missing the sacred word because you stop right there. Oh, I'm a Master Mason. But there's more to it. See, I'm going to share this with you. See, there's a Master Mason and there's a sublime degree of a Master Mason. Which one are you? Listen to what I'm saying. Greetings, everyone who's coming on. There is a degree of the sublime Master Mason and Master Mason. Which one are you? There's also a real grip of a Master Mason. I'm not talking about the one you get when you are raised. I'm not talking about that one. There's another grip. It's called the real grip. Not the one on the 5 points. I'm not talking about that one. Nope, not talking about that grip at all. What I've learned is that in many different Masonic orders, there are many different rituals that gives you a different perspective of Masonry. In this tiny book right here, it's a very tiny book, as you can see. It fits in the palm of my hand. This tiny Masonic ritual, as I read it, has a whole nother perspective on what I've been taught in Freemasonry here in the United States and what we know. This Masonic ritual right here doesn't, let me take it out. It doesn't even say ritual on it. Nowhere. It doesn't. But it is truly a Masonic ritual. So when I open it and I began to read it, it gave me a whole nother perspective on what is being taught here versus other teachings within Freemasonry. So yes, you are a Master Mason, then you have the sublime degree of a Master Mason. But the word that you are searching for was never lost. Never lost. It just wasn't given to you. And the word that you receive is a corrupt word. That's a fact. That's not legend. That's not something that you go, wow. No, that's a fact. Because in this little book here, it changed my whole perspective. I've been reading it, and I'm like, I was never told these things. So as a Mason, I continue to read and continue to define what Masonry is within me and how it helps me. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And man, and I'm gonna tell you this here. See, we're taught that Harriman Biff tried to escape out out of 3 gates. That's what we're told. This is what we're told here in the United States. European style of Freemasonry, that which has been passed on to those who have been raised here. You're told that when you get raised, that Harriman Biff tried to escape out of 3 gates, and there in the 3 gates he met with the ruffians. He didn't try to escape out of 3 gates. He didn't. It was 4 gates. 4. That was a 4th. He tried to get out of 4 gates. Oh, that's a fact. There's more information I would love to share with you. I just can't do it here. I'm going to be doing a Zoom with Master Masons only to discuss what I've discovered in this little book right here that will give you another perspective on Freemason. But I can tell you this, is that he did not try to escape out of 3 gates. He tried to escape out of 4 gates. Okay? According to this ritual. And I like this ritual because it changes things up. It gives me a whole nother thing. It just gives me something else to look at. So There was 4 gates he tried to escape out of, not 3. This ritual here is not a European style ritual. I can tell you that now. It's not a European style ritual. It definitely doesn't come from the United States. It doesn't. No, it doesn't come from the United States. So, but I would tell you it was more than 3 gates, and I would tell you that the way that we are told his death took place is totally different in this ritual. Greetings, Brother Jonathan. It is told, this book right here flipped the game. It flipped it on me. That's why I entitled this particular short podcast, The Final Blow. Hell, I'm receiving a blow just because I picked up this ritual and I opened it and I began to read, and I'm like, man, I didn't see this. Look, I have several other different Masonic rituals, and this ritual different in a lot of ways from the ones I have. And not only that, the obligation in this one is different than the one that's in any of the ones I have. It's different. And I'm going to be doing a live Zoom, and I'll share that personal information on that Zoom with Masons only, Master Masons only, because it's, man, I'm just saying, the more you need to discover other rituals, other Masonic rituals, not just the one that you have, but other Masonic rituals outside of the United States, and they will flip the game on you. You be like, damn, I didn't know. That's why I keep telling brothers, look, man, this thing we call Masonry is different when you outside of the country, and when someone gives you a nice token and you read it, you will get why it's different. You'll get it. So when I popped this little thing open, I was reading, I was like, damn, I didn't see it coming. And so I can share it with you on the Zoom. When I do the Zoom, I would definitely be letting you know when I do that Zoom, because I think that, greetings from those wishful UGL, I didn't catch that. But anyway, I think those of you who are interested, you will get a kick out of it. It's a great Masonic ritual to have. It was a token that was given to me. I like it. And man, it's not like you think. I'll put it that way. It is very similar. This ritual is very similar to the ones that we have, be it a Lester Look to the East, a Duncan's, a Prince Hall ritual, cryptid ritual. It is very similar, but there are some definitely changes here. There are some changes here that will make you rethink what you know. I'm just gonna be honest. Hell, I've been a Mason 35 years now, and reading this little ritual has totally gave me a different perspective on what I've been taught. As a matter of fact, it added to it. You know, it added to what I knew. So it broadened my perspective on Masonry. And it was like, I was like, damn, you know, and that's truth. When you open new books, new material, it's supposed to broaden your perspective. And this little book right here broadened my whole damn perspective. Oh my God, man, it's just like, boom. Like somebody gave you some dessert and you was eating dessert and you was like, wow, I never had this. This right here, man, I've had something similar, but this right here is the cake, you know. So definitely I will be getting that over to you and sharing with you what I found in this. And I can tell you that Harriman Biff did not try to escape out of 3 gates. He actually tried to escape out of 4 gates. That's a fact. And the fellowcraft in this ritual, they're called superior fellowcraft. They're not your average fellowcraft. It also tells you in this particular ritual that they were appointed by King Solomon to watch over Harriman, as he did 2 things. He meditated and he prayed. This breaks it down. It says, at the usual hour of 12, he goes into fasting and meditation. That's what it says in here. Okay? And it says that the 12 it says that the 15 fellowcraft were superior fellowcraft. They were not your average fellowcraft. These fellowcraft right here knew more about the workings of the temple than anybody else. Anybody. Remember when we went to King Solomon and said it was 15 of us, but us 12 recanted? Because he appointed them to watch over him. That's how they knew where he was at. That's how they knew what was happening. So look, I'm going to go. I just want to share that with you. I hope you got something from it. Please, I will be posting the Zoom link and I'll be giving it to you. I'd like to find out more about the Masons in UK and would like some guidance. Oh, no problem. As a matter of fact, like I said before, Mystic Lodge 619 is over in the UK. They're working under John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. Brother Dwight Muhammad is the Wishful Master, and I can pass you on his information. If you would just leave me some information here in this chat, I would definitely get it over to him, and he would reach out to you. Oh, you know, you being over in the UK, but it's right here. It's fire. So look, I'm out. Peace and be well. Please share the video. Hit the like button over in that corner right there that has that John G. Jones emblem in the corner. Take care, everybody, and please re-listen to this. But I'm gonna tell you, man, yeah, the word was never lost. They just didn't tell you.